Good evening. This time, Daily Mind Matter. Share your host Sanjeev K from New Delhi, along with the panelists Ms. Reshmi from Bangalore and Mr. Azeez from Kerala. They are both counselling psychologists, and they have a vast experience in this field. So today we discuss the topic regarding as the mental health in India, Western trend or real need. So we start with that, the sort of MIF method, like mnemonic way of supposed to emphasize on the terminology like real. The real means reality. What is reality? So I take the real. Real is supposed to be break the real economics like first letter R. Stand for the framework for understanding mental health. E is about the emphasis. A is about the acceptance, and L is learn. What we learn about this, the evidence approach for mental well-being and resilience, so on and so. So we start with our host, Ms. Rashmi, counseling psychologist, from her point of view. What do we understand the mental health in India, Western trend or real need? Please, Ms. Rashmi.
Yeah, good evening. Maybe a few years back, this mental health term may not have been quite popular, but I guess now it is quite popular, or it is being discussed very much by Indians, and it is not just a Western trend anymore. Now, it is real in India because I guess we are. Um, Going into we are having a society where we don't have too many support system. That is the main issue. So whether it is a parental issue or a child having issues at school or adolescence or career issues, they don't have people whom or experienced people whom they can openly talk to without being judged. So that kind of support system does not exist in India anymore now. It is more of a nuclear family system. So uh, people are facing mental health problems because they don't have, open conversation. That kind of scenario has completely changed now. Probably because we are going or following a lifestyle which is very different from what was before, like a joint family system doesn't exist anymore. So I feel there is real problem now, and we need to address that at various levels. So that is my understanding of the situation currently. Your mic is muted. Sanjeev, your mic is muted.
Well. Okay. Well said. The sports system very weak and feeble, and people even don't understand the concept like the mental health. Supposed to be talk about like the below the poverty line, or we can consider like the middle line of poverty, above the poverty line, as well as the concern seems to about the elite people, or maybe the luxurious kind of concept in India. It's supposed to be we see the uh, through the lens of the educated people, right? So,
Yeah. Yes.
Mr. Aziz,
So
what's
we
your
do
opinion?
have many
Yeah.
movie stars coming up and telling their experiences about depression, which was considered as a taboo before. Now they're much more open, and which is a good thing because other people are getting that confidence to talk about such thing. When role models, express their experiences, so other people also feel it is okay to talk about, and it is just like any other physical problem. Mental health is also something we have to address, and it is not a taboo anymore.
Yeah. So, Mr. Aziz, what's your opinion about the reality of the mental health concept, the ongoing campaign and the slogans, whatever we see nowadays in social media, and most of the things like the Gen Z and the maybe very well versed, and other people like us, millennial or other generation peoples like we think that this terminology is very new to us. What is your opinion about the mental health in India? Is that real or something like the we can say? What is your opinion on this, please?
Yes, thank you for having me here. As Reshmi said about the taboos in India, I think it's not based on taboo. It's based on social circumstances or social background of the subjects here in India. Because most of them are rickshawalas, porters, craftsmen. So most of the downtrodden people, most of the laymen in India are not much bothered about mental health rather than physical health. They are most bothered about their physical health. If they have fever, they will consult the doctor. If they have fever for their mental health, if they lack something or if they have depression, they are not so ready to consult the doctor. They may share, as Rashmi said, they may share the friends with their friends or colleagues or life partners or neighbors. But even though they are not so ready like Western people, they are mentally, physically, they are in harmony with the doctors. Like they may consult the doctor. Because our scenario is different from Western life. They are more bothered about their courtesy, their behavior, their relationship with their surroundings, their relationship with their social surroundings, their relationship with their relatives. Uh, this is based on the civic sense, like that. I think Mr. Sanjeev focused on the Western trend means I think in Western life or Western world, people are equally, they are considering their physical and mental health. I think so. Sanjeev mentioned about
Yeah,
these.
well. Actually, what we understand that the Western concept, the Western people, they are much more individual based, and the Indian people, like we see the culture oriented, and as you talk, Mr. Aziz, like the person below poverty line is supposed to be the e-rickshaw or rickshaw puller, and how he coped with the mental health kind of issues. He talked to his colleague and talked to his wife or so on and so. And what are the people who are on sleeping on the footpath? They struggle for some loaf of bread and spend the whole life on the footpath. We don't consider those people are obviously right. And the interpersonal and the interpersonal communications both play the vital role in this scenario. The intrapersonal kind of therapy that he was talking to his wife or colleague, they get the intrapersonal communication throughout that, they get therapy, right? So, reality and the government's policies and other institutions, they have to develop the more education system on it. And what are the policies and other you see the norms for education institutions, or they need to train more professionals in this field. We're supposed to get the ratio of the psychiatry on the population, mass population per psychiatry, and we're supposed to get a rough idea about the population of each psychiatrist over population, and as well as psychologists, criminal psychologists, the lack of that also, right? So, what's your opinion, Ms.
Yeah.
Rashmi, about the education system in our India? Like the change the RCA norms and the other guidelines they used to change time to time. They don't consider, they don't want to see the mental health is really a very serious matter, or just like they are doing, I mean, like roughly speaking, time pass. Your opinion is
Uh,
Rashmi,
which
please?
which you're asking about education in educational field?
Yeah, education. Yeah, education is about the
Yeah.
education
See,
system, what they're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there are two different scenarios. There are issues. Okay. Probably during our times also there were issues, but we never had any terms or anything to define our condition. And somehow we were quite strong mentally then to overcome that. Though we didn't know, but there was some issue, something happening, but somehow each individual, fought and overcame those hurdles. But right now, what is happening is there is more awareness. children themselves, they Google and find out. Okay. And this term depression is very commonly used. I'm not sure if they really understand what it means, but it is very commonly used. If somebody scolds them or they didn't get what they want, they say they are depressed. But it is much more than that. And they like to be, it has come to the point that they find it more convenient sometimes to be termed so that they can escape from certain task or anything. So and what I tell them is, yeah, you identified ADHD is something. Parents are quite aware. They do take them to doctors and they find that they are diagnosed with ADHD. But in a very, see, you can't term a person ADHD. There is a percentage variation from mild to severe. Mild, probably all of us may have slight, such small problems we may have. These are all mild issues which we can overcome. We should be more concerned when it is severe. So when you're diagnosed with such thing, I tell them, try to overcome. Now you're diagnosed, see how we can overcome that. That is where we need to guide our, in the education system. Still, too much of importance is not given, though there are counselors as per the government rule. Every school must have a counselor, but their role is just, confined to teaching life skills. Okay. Some classes they teach, they don't actually interact, and students are not going and talking freely with them. Not just students, even teachers, we also undergo a lot of pressure. So that is not yet in a organization, okay, where it's not just a household issue, it is even in organizations you have these issues. It is not addressed. I doubt it is addressed to the extent it has to be, because there's a lot of work pressure, a lot of expectations, dealing with that, how managing house and work. It is not easy. So people and children go through this, and
Well,
parents stress is somehow translated to the children also at some point, and they are also undergoing stress. So there there is a slow progress, there is introduction of certain policies, but it is not fully prevalent, and there is no active participation of counselors in the school or colleges, I feel. Career counselors are there, that is there, they give a lot of advice, but mental health counseling, I find it is yet to grow and reach to its fullest potential.
yeah, that's quite a, okay. That's desirable, and it require and it's kind of requisite for us to furnish the spy of the such professional. But what my emphasis in the question is all about that: what government policies, what the educational system doing or producing the more professionals in this field is supposed to go for the ratio of a psychiatric mental health professional over mass population. You see the very lacking and very very deep, or what you can say, it's very big difference between that. So government policy somehow they get stuck into the only RCA in sort of like RCA stand for the Rehabilitation Counseling Psychology and institution and other organization which they uh, they emphasize on the some sort of the ability and eligibility, as well as we have to pass out, but we're not preparing too much of professionals. What is that exactly is going on? I'm supposed to consider the matter like in our in my next term. I will use that also. But first of all, I want to get the guidance of the government's policy, government's norms, what they're doing uh, in this field, or is only written in the paper, or in only in documents, and laying in the government office. What exactly is going on? You please, anyone give insight on this education system? What government is doing us about all about?
Yeah, the question is to me or to Reshmi?
Yeah, anyone can give the insight on this. What government is doing on this campaigning or on this awareness on this education behind the mental health. Mental health. What exactly government is doing? How we educating each other? How government is
Yeah,
doing the
I
education to
think
the people?
uh,
Right?
I think the government have the great concern about the mental health uh, of the population. Like they have different kinds of organizations. NGOs are there, government organizations are there, institutional organizations, schools, colleges. They have, as Reshmi said, they have counselors, counseling psychologists are there working in schools in Kerala, in particularly in government schools. Counseling teacher is very important role. They have important role. Counseling psychologists have important role. At least one psychologist should be there in government institutions in Kerala. I don't know about what's happening in North or Eastern India or in Western India, but in Kerala, southern parts of India, I think ruling class have more concern about the mental health issues of the students or the teaching faculty. But as Reshmi earlier said, it's in the pragmatic sense, people are not concerned about sharing their personal issues to the counseling psychologist. The counseling psychologist will court the student for their hair, haircut style or their, lipstick issues or makeup issues or some other clothing issues, or the about the Western trends. They will catch the students and they
Disciplinary issue.
will ask, you have any romance with anyone? You have a girlfriend or you have boyfriend? So these are the like ritualistic counseling. So we have to avoid the ritualistic counseling and we have to implement the real scenario of counseling. What is the root cause of his or her mental issues, or what is the root cause of his narcissistic tendency, or his or her, depressive or regressive mood. So the basic root cause, nobody is caring about the basic root cause of the individual or the students. We are always talking about the students. Yesterday, I had a counseling session in a school. After one and half hour, around 1.5 hours, I spoke about different kinds of psychological theories. Many different kinds of psychologists are there. Their viewpoints are different. Their strategies are different. But even though the base is psychology, the father of psychology is Freud. The base is Freud. And after that, one lady came to me and she asked me to counsel her child. He is in 5th or 6th grade. I asked, what is the issue? She told me that he uh, doesn't know the alphabets in Malayalam. So the basic issue, people are not addressing, people are not aware of the root cause of the ignorance or the illiteracy, or people are not concerned about literacy, people are not concerned about what is the real issue there. If a child is not known the alphabets, if the child is not known the multiplication table, people are thinking that this is a psychological issue. Maybe it's simple. He doesn't know the multiplication table. He has to learn that. So I'm not reducing the role of the psychologist, but I told her to call me. If I am free, I will do counseling to your child. I didn't hesitate. But as earlier I said, the downtrodden people, the laymen, are not aware of what is psychology, how to approach the psychologist, what is counseling psychology, and if we take the counseling psychology, it's not the a matter of inferiority. You know, people, most of the people are thinking that if we approach the psychologists, people, what the people will think about us? Oh, we are psychic people, you know. We have psychological disorder. So people will underestimate us. People will mark us. People will bracket us. People will put us in bracket and in, you know, in inverted comma. So the basic issues we have to address. I think we need more sessions talking about these issues, about Western trend and Indian trend. People, first of all, we have to make uh, awareness about what's psychology, what is counseling, what is hypnotherapy, what is hypnotism. People are not, most of the people are not aware about these things. Elite class people knows about these things. They are approaching the psychologists. They are getting, you know, matured counseling psychologists. They are getting professional psychologists. But as you earlier said, rickshawalas or the downtrodden or layman people are not concerned about these kinds of counseling, you know. Yeah, I finished.
Well, Mr. Aziz, and thank to Mr. Rashmi. Due to the time constraint, uh, for our next level editing and all the things, so we have to wind up this session right now here, and we got some glimpse out of the this session. And in our next topic, we will discuss uh, out of this the gist of this whole conversation. We'll discuss the next level topic, like the mental health in India as well as in Western, the compilation, the interchangeable psychology knowledge, how it traveled to the Western countries, and how those founders and the Western people came in India and they gathered knowledge in our ancient India, and what we understand about the DSM as well as Bharati Manovigyan. Next session, we will discuss on this matter as well as please keep watching Daily Mind Matter. See you till then, and thank you everyone, the panelists, Ms. Rashmi and Mr. Aziz. Thank you very much joining this Daily Man Matter. Thank you very much. See you till then. Bye.
Thank you. Went up to 30.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay, bye, bye, bye.
Okay, bye bye.